Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of A Literary Tasting. My name is Jessica.
My name is Annie.
And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and join our book club. We both hate our jobs.
Yeah.
So if you want to rescue just a girl from working a job that she hates, please subscribe.
Please help. We need it.
And also join the book club.
Yeah, because we need to have people to, we need to have more discourse with others about these books that we're reading. Because, there are things to chat about.
This one's about to create quite the discourse, I think.
I agree.
We're about to have a discourse right now.
Oh, are we ever?
This week we are reading, unfortunately, Ali Hazelwood has gotten us again. Once again. Did you hear that she said she doesn't like PETA? She's Team Gale. Who the fuck is Team Gale? I've literally never heard that in my life.
And you know what?
That's not shocking.
That is not shocking.
That tracks.
That really is tracking. Yeah. But goddamn, you know who is a Gale sympathizer?
Not whispering it like it's a slur.
No, because what the fuck?
Yeah, that is.
She would, though.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not surprising. But either way, we are reading A Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood this week. And I hate to say it, but she really got me with this one. It was quite enjoyable.
I will, off rip, let me just say this. We have a lot to say about Ali Hazelwood in the press every time we read one of her books. But this book had me, okay?
Had me.
I was clocked in.
Yeah. It actually is a really great summer romance. I actually read it while I was at the beach. Actually, if you're looking for a beach read, I really think this is it. The setting was really enjoyable. The fact that there was very little talk about work, or being at work because she's on vacation.
There's a vacation that's happening, and
there's a good amount of smut, not too much.
Yeah,
not too much.
So. Yeah, a good nice amount.
Good amount of yearning in there.
Yeah.
Good amount of tension.
Oh my god, no, I was there. I was at the pool all day, sweating that shit. I was in that bitch. Actually, I was at the pool reading, and then
came down immediately and started using the Quinn app.
For sure. But before that, I was at the pool, and I heard a whole group of girlies in another corner who were all holding their fucking Kindles, and one of them was like, wait, who started reading A Problematic Summer Romance? And I was like, me. I felt like Debbie Ryan. I was so excited.
So
and then I wanted to swim over there and be like, girlies, I'm reading it too. But then I was like, I don't want to bother them.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's fun.
No, it was so fun. I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I will say, of her batch.
All right, let's just get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. So, I'm going to try and follow our new format now, because I feel like that we had a good kind of discourse last time.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some spoilers, but we're going to try to keep this episode as short as we possibly can. So with that said, we probably are going to leave out a good chunk of the book. So we're not going to be giving everything away. Yeah. So if we miss some events,
go read the book and you'll get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, actually, don't. Never mind. I was gonna say don't give Ali Hazelwood money, but
for this one, I think it's okay. I will say that for this one. Also,
I'm not sure if I just want to go that hard on Ali Hazelwood. Not sure she deserves it.
No, yeah, that's valid. That's why I said for this one and this one only, because she has 81 books.
Don't go read all 81.
Let me tell you that much. No, the girl is clocked in.
Because we have.
She is so clocked in. Why did she put out a book in February and we are now in June and she put out another?
I know, she's crazy.
No, she's mad. But let's...
Well, and they're both 400 pagers. One thing about... Before we start the book, I just want to say this. This is one criticism that I have right off the bat. One thing about Ali Hazelwood, they are 400 pagers and they simply don't need to be.
No.
There was a scene at the beginning of this book where she gets off the plane and she meets her brother's girlfriend, I think, or somebody's girlfriend. And they have this, I swear to God, it's 3 or 4 pages of back and forth being like, your brother's told me so much about you. And she's like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, no, seriously. He's told me so much about you. I remember being like, why the fuck are we still talking about this?
Ooh, girl, I put my Audible on 10 times speed.
Yeah.
Pack it up. We don't need this. Oh my god, no.
Let's just get
these
started.
books can be 250.
Yeah. And they'd be more enjoyable if they were, to be totally honest with you.
For sure. So, also, we actually have a drink today. Look at us. We don't have work tomorrow. So.
Oh, I do.
Fuck.
It's okay.
Regardless, we have a drink today, so cheers to us.
Normally here on A Literary Tasting, we have a drink, we have a book, and we gossip, but we haven't been drinking as much. So
yeah.
This time,
we're back to our roots right now.
Yeah. So what did you pair this book with?
This is a nice Sauvignon Blanc. You know what? This is something nice and light for the summer. If I had something different in my fridge already, I would have probably made a little Riesling because I love a little fizz or something new for the Teen Vogue party.
Yeah, or an Aperol Spritz. Not that like.
Yes, an Aperol Spritz would have been great.
Yeah. One thing about the summer is the girls love an Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, and you know that's like the drink you drink in Italy, right? Because they're in Sicily, baby. So let's get into it. Our book follows Maya, our 23, and the ages are important, 23-year-old. I mean, you know, all of the fucking female main characters are gonna be a scientist, so she's like an astrophysicist or something. Like whatever.
Like, girl, why?
Yeah. Did you fan cast anyone for her?
So just to give, I did want to give some perspective on the ages, because the male main character here is Connor. He's 38, so I'm just gonna present them jointly to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Sadie Sink as Maya, only because I think she's fresh in everybody's minds,
Yeah.
and think about how young that girl is, how young that girl looks. And
Is she 23?
She's 23.
Okay.
And Connor is a 38-year-old man. Picture Sadie Sink stepping out with Ian Harding. Or Josh Peck. Or Drake Bell. Or Evan Peters.
Penn Badgley.
Like, picture, wouldn't you say,
That's a choice.
if anybody stepped out on the scene with Evan Peters, unfortunately, yeah, my morals would go out the window.
Yeah.
I love Evan Peters. Luckily, he does date age appropriately.
Listen, here's the thing. I need to be honest. It's time for me to be honest with the world, not with you. You already know this. I love an age gap romance. I like older men, but that's just my personal preference. And I will say, in books, typically, like, I don't love it because in books it always feels like slightly creepy.
It does kind of feel like they always infantilize. They want it to be clear that there's an age gap.
Yeah.
So it does kind of come off as like the younger person always gets infantilized.
Yes.
And I would say this book does as well.
Oh yeah, I agree. The younger person's always like very like quirky and goofy and whatever, energetic, and the whoever, usually the male main character, is like very stoic and serious and quiet and brooding. But regardless, like personally,
You know what you like.
I know what I like and I like what I like. And so I didn't actually, for the female main character, I cast myself, bitch. I'm self-inserting as fuck. And then for the male main character, for all my Game of Thrones heads, I casted Richard Madden, who plays Robb Stark. The way I feel about that man. Let's move on.
Okay. Okay.
The way I feel about that man. And if you've watched Game of Thrones, you know what I'm talking about.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I have an edit to show you later. Yeah. So, anyway.
We love putting edits on the TV in this household. If you've never done that before, I strongly recommend that you do.
Airplay your edits to the TV. There's nothing more enjoyable. Quite
that really gives you insight into your friend's mind. What kind of edits they like.
When we look at each other, we need to do that like soon again, because we need to like get a refresher. And I love how everyone across the way in my apartment also knows what kind of edits I like. But okay.
Somebody comes knocking on the door being like, I saw that same edit.
I love that Penn Badgley edit. It's so good. Okay, so our book follows Maya, our 23-year-old. She goes to Sicily to celebrate her brother Eli's wedding. Now, our story kind of jumps back and forth between like the beginning, or well, current day when they're at the wedding, the days leading up to and the wedding, and then we get flashback chapters of kind of the progression of her relationship with Connor. For the sake of continuity, I'm gonna forego doing a like back and forth and just go ahead and give you the past stuff, the stuff in the flashbacks, and then skip forward to present day.
Not to cut you off again, but I actually liked this.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I did too. I'm literally only saying it this way just for the sake of like our...
No, yeah.
Talking about it now.
I think that makes sense.
But I really liked it in this book.
Yeah, because when things would get too tense and too uncomfortable, she would switch back to the past, and I'd be like,
things are fun again. Yeah. So now we need to get a little bit of backstory on Maya. Also I should say that if you're like a big Ali Hazelwood reader, apparently I found out today while doing some research that Eli and Rue, her brother and his fiance who are getting married, are actually the couple from Love Theoretically.
What?
Or like Love, one of the other ones.
It's definitely not Love Theoretically.
Okay.
I've read that one.
Maybe
but one of the other ones.
Maybe
sure.
I think it's Not in Love. It has a blue cover. Anyways, it's the couple from one of the other books. Yeah. And
I can't do it with the girl.
No,
some
like,
of these couples, I didn't like them in their other book.
No,
I don't want to hear from them now.
When I realized,
that's for damn sure.
No, like when I realized that this was a couple from another book, I literally was like, I don't know why you're trying to create a cinematic universe.
She like overestimates how much we like her characters.
Right? Like I did not. You know what? We'll get there. But yeah, so this is Eli and his little sister. Their parents passed away when she was very young, and her brother got full custody of her. He basically was raising this little girl as like a 22-year-old by himself.
Could never do that.
No, oh my God, he's strong, and that's a good man, Savannah. And the thing is though, like he was he's 22, he had no money, and he also got kicked out of college, which we never got any clarity about. Connor, and their other friend Manami got like literally like booted out of college.
I thought it was Minami.
Oh, I was listening to it and they were saying Manami, but I see how you got there.
Minami is a really cute name, and I was just wrong about it.
I guess. Oh no. Okay,
Minami was cute.
Okay, we'll go with Minami.
Well, that's fine. Go ahead.
But
no, we should probably actually pronounce it the way
the
name is pronounced.
But all three of them got kicked out of school, which they literally never tell us why or how.
True.
But basically the other two, Manami and Connor, kind of help him with like, raising this child, this 12-year-old. Now,
gross. Not that's gross, but what's to come is gross.
Yeah. Well, they really tried to make it seem like, the characters try to make it seem like you were not around enough for it to be a problem, like you were more of a financial backer, because Connor comes from a wealthy family. And so they're like, he was the one who's paying for all of my like school shit and all my field trips and all whatever, which is like, still makes this a little weird. Yeah. Like, it still makes it weird. But he was more removed, I guess.
But I mean,
they want us to believe.
He knew her when she was 12.
Yeah, he knew her when she was a child. So I don't know how much you can really excuse it, but alas. Now, she's also like a brat, and she's super like, she's a rebellious teen.
Because it's an age gap romance novel, so of course she has to be a brat.
Yeah, she's a brat. And so like she fucks off to Scotland for college at age, 19. And that's where our, flashbacks kind of begin. That was just a quick backstory. Also at a time, Connor and Manami were together. They broke up. Things, whatever. Okay, so we now get to boyfriend gate. This shit was maddening.
Yeah.
Maddening.
Madness, yeah.
She basically one day is like strolling through a park by herself, and she's like, I need to call my brother. I never call my brother, but I am so down bad right now because my fucking roommate and my fucking boyfriend just told me that they're together.
No. It was her. Oh yeah, it was her room. I thought it was her roommate's cousin.
No. The roommate's cousin was her roommate, or her friend's cousin was her roommate. I don't know why it had to be so convoluted. Yeah. But like, she had a friend, and then her friend's cousin moved in with her.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then the boyfriend didn't live there. Right.
Boyfriend didn't live there. But it was
again, just words for the sake of words.
Literally, why could it also be like the roommate I have?
Roommate, yeah.
But she finds out that they're fucking, and they're like, we're gonna be together, and don't be mad about it. And they're like, you need to stop moping.
And it's actually really selfish of you to be mad about it.
Yeah. Bitch, what? I'm committing arson.
Yeah. What's crazy is that, like, if that happened to me, I'd be a lot. And they convince her that she has these deep-rooted anger issues within herself because she gets mad. And I do think she yells, which, like, I would yell too.
Sorry,
girl.
Yell too. I would yell also, like, you guys gotta be fucking kidding.
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Or especially if you're not even showing any remorse or any guilt for my feelings. Like, because if you're sitting there, you don't feel bad about it at all, I want to make sure you feel bad about it.
Her and that man dated for, like, a year and a half. You don't feel any kind of guilt.
But what's funny is that she's like, I never really liked Alfie that much anyway.
No, like when she meets Connor, she's like, fuck it.
It don't matter.
It don't matter to me at all.
Yeah.
But she's like, I need to call Eli. She calls his like office. And we find out here that Eli, Connor, and Manami start this company together that is very, very successful. Like a biotech something.
I was gonna say,
who knows and who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? I don't. So she calls.
Allie Hazelwood needs to dumb her books down. I can't do this shit anymore.
No, like be like, they own a Lowe's. You know what I mean? I can't.
And for some reason, it's $1 billion Lowe's.
Yeah, like They are taking an inventory and pushing it out like crack. Like, it is crazy. But she basically calls there. Somehow, some way, she ends up on the phone with Connor because her brother's unavailable. And Connor's like, who the fuck is this? And she's like, bitch, it's Maya. And he's like,
mad as hell for what?
No, he's pissed. And she's like, it's Maya, girl. Can you put my brother on the fucking phone? And he's like, can't. What's wrong with you? Also, he said, wait, I thought you were 12. And she's like, no, pretty sure I'm 20. And he's like, really? I really thought you were still 12.
He's like, the passage of time.
No.
And she's like, not now.
I'm in the throes of boyfriend gate. Please. I can't do this with you.
Not this right now.
No, literally. And so they have a whole conversation. She tells him what happens. And he's like, what can I do to help you? She's like, fucking nothing. I just needed to talk to my brother, but I guess you're here. We're vomited, but now we're good. Bye. She hangs up the phone.
Right.
Yeah. Then later, she comes home after like aimlessly walking through the rain for hours, of course. She comes home and she walks in to find the boyfriend, the roommate, and Connor.
Well, and the girlfriend, I'm pretty sure, is there too.
That's what I said, the roommate. The roommate, the girlfriend.
Okay, wait. Where's the cousin?
The
Just
cousin,
not there?
all three of those are the same person. Cousin, roommate, girlfriend, they're all the same. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Connor is supposed to be back in fucking Austin, Texas.
No. He says that he's in Ireland at this time. He lives in Texas, but he was so happened to be in Ireland, which is why he could make a quick little trip over to Scotland to help her.
How'd he get her address?
Girl, I don't know. It's like the
We
benefits of being rich.
Questions.
Yeah, you're not supposed to ask questions. It's the benefits of being rich.
I feel like that's one thing about romance novels is that, like, when you want to write a romance with a rich character, it's like, same with, like, Twisted Love and Twisted Hate and all the Twisteds. It's like,
don't ask questions.
The being rich is supposed to fill any plot hole that you can possibly think of, okay?
That's so true.
Don't ask any further questions.
Yeah.
It's because he's rich.
No.
Okay?
How come that one guy ended up in the hospital twice in that fucking soccer book we read of Anna Huang?
I don't know.
Because he's rich.
Duh.
Obviously. Like,
God.
any fucking issues...
Did you even read the book?
No, clearly not. Because I must have missed the part where he's rich. So, she opens the door and she's like, what the holy fuck? And she's like, well, goddamn, he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, he's fine. And, I mean, again,
and to be
it's
fair,
Rob Stark.
she's 20, yeah. And I bet
She's
he
20.
is 20.
No, yeah, because at this point she's 20, he's 35. I'm sure he looks boots delicious in his nice fucking tailored suit, especially next to her fuck ass ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, and she's walking in knowing that this hot ass man is in her home. The boyfriend doesn't know why he's there, but that makes him even more intriguing to the friends.
Yeah. No, because they're both like, this man came here for you.
This is my dream.
No, this
to have a man do something for me.
As soon as I read this chapter, which was like several things in, I was like, I'm locked in. Oh, I'm locked the fuck in. I was like, don't charm me.
I was just confused by the logistics of the situation.
Yeah.
But you know what was even hotter? Is he was like, do you have a room here? And she's like, God, okay. And so she takes him upstairs and he pins her up against the door.
Yeah. And he like shakes the door to make it sound like they're fucking in there. Which I was like, my God.
I would have come just from that.
No. You see why I got locked in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have needed to wear a diaper after that.
No way. Like, she's like, could you excuse me for 1 moment?
I come back in. Waddling from my diaper.
Don't do things like that if you don't want me to put my diaper on. Like, the fuck? Because he literally comes there and he makes up a whole, like, elaborate lie story basically saying that he, like, tried to hit on her before and she rejected him, but he gave her her number in case she was ever single and now he's here to be with her. And the other two are looking at her like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Because also comes from a wealthy family. They're like, this is Connor Harkness. Like, we know who the fuck this is. Like, what the hell is this?
And she's like, I don't know.
She's like, yeah, I guess. Anyway, let's go to my room. So they go to the room and he's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I can just spend the night here because, you know, we need to, like, keep the bit going. Baby, you want me so bad. You're a 35-year-old man. You don't want to sleep in my twin bed.
I would have jumped on it.
No, like, you're here. Why
I would have cracked his hips jumping on it.
Oh! All right,
what's crazy?
Survive.
It's just crazy to me that, like, men do hot things like that, and it's like, I'm so horny, it's actually insane that it's like, if you're gonna do something like that,
don't do that unless you're really into me. Like, you're already into me, because I could not have you do that and then be like, oh girl, like, that was just a bit.
Well, what's crazy about it is that it's like, Men don't even answer my texts. So reading stuff like this, it's like I would have cracked his hips.
No, right. We're both at the fucking ortho the next morning. Like, we need help. Things were crazy. But they wake up that night, she's like, I want to take you to breakfast tomorrow as a thank you. He's like, okay. They go to breakfast in the morning and they just like are having like, you know, a cute banter. He's of course just so like stoic and she's just cracking jokes left, right, and center, which I was like, you're being a little bit annoying, but I'll let it go. It's like you can't help but have like an annoying millennial main character in these books. She was like doing the most amount of sarcastic comments that a person could possibly do in a minute. It was like, try not to make a sarcastic comment.
And the thing is, it's like,
challenge. You can't.
It's just not funny.
No, it's not funny. Like most of it was not funny. Like,
because I mean, don't get me wrong. Like we're kind of hosting an unfunny podcast, so don't comment that in the comments. But like a lot of humor is the tone, and it's like in the tone that I'm reading it, this isn't funny.
No, exactly. Like, and
I'm not finding the joke funny, so I'm reading it in a flat tone.
Right, and I'm not about to stand up and do like a whole performance for myself just so I can crack up.
Right.
Like what?
It's not funny.
It's not funny. But they end up spending the whole day together. Just, you know. They so happen to. They go to the park and all this shit. She takes him to one of her...
he's mad as fuck.
As fuck. She takes him to one of her, like, friends' gatherings at a bar.
Yeah, someone's birthday or something.
Yeah, and, like, it's just, like, of course that looks amazing for her. Like, she's coming in with this really hot, rich, older guy.
I would have been.
And he's like, and Alfie comes up and tries to do some bullshit, talk some bullshit, and he's like, you need to get the fuck away from me and quickly. And never speak to her again.
And she's like, yeah,
motherfucker, yeah.
I will say, I love when I'm reading a romance book and somebody tells somebody else off, and then the main character chimes in with nothing else but yeah.
Period. Yeah.
It's funny every time.
No, love it. So she gets boots drunk. They go back to his hotel room, and he's being a gentleman, puts her in bed. She wakes the fuck up, and she's like, I'm horny. So
I need to hold on to something.
Now she tried to crack his hips. He was literally like, girl, no. And she was like, but you want to.
What's funny about her, though, I will say during, like, all of their sex scenes, including this one, actually, it's not funny, is it? It's serious. Because she'll be like, tell me you don't want me, and I'll go. And he'll be like, I don't want you.
And she'll stay.
And she'll just keep going. And it's like, I get it. She's trying to build the tension, and she's trying to make it clear that it's like, he's only saying that because he thinks that he has to.
And she knows it. But still, it's like...
But it's still like, I can't read this over and over and over again.
No, how many times are we going to have this discourse? Like, he keeps being like...
And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not the type of person... You have to tell me no probably 75 times. I get it. Not sexually. No means no. If it's a sexual situation, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't go away. Like...
Hard to get rid of.
One thing about me, I hear so many people online saying, I would never beg a man. Don't beg a man to want you. That's how I like it, baby.
Oh!
If you like me, that's weird. So I wouldn't have to beg you to like me.
Jess loves the chase. What can she do?
Does.
Yeah. I mean...
You gotta tell me no 75 times.
Yeah. Well, he basically...
She's her no 72 times.
She's the same way. He is like, we cannot do this. And she's like, my brother's not gonna gaff. And he's like, I'm not concerned about your brother, girl. I'm concerned about our age difference. And she's like, who gaff? And he's like...
I gaff
a lot. Like, you're young. This is just like crazy.
It's
wrong. We shouldn't do this. And she is just like breathing hot air onto his neck, and he loses his mind and he pushes her up against the wall. Somehow, some way, she manages to come just by sitting on his fucking thigh. They don't even kiss. They don't do... Yeah, because...
She said somehow, some way. You've never experienced it before.
You think I have?
No. Well, next time you're with a man... Describe this scene and tell him to do it.
Oh, this is my source material from now on.
I have read this scene. I feel like it's becoming more common.
Oh yeah, no. I definitely read it a couple, especially the last one we read.
And it's good every time.
Every time it hits. Every single time.
It's good every time.
You're just that sexy and your thigh is just that fucking strong.
It's good every time.
Yeah.
I've had exactly one man do that to me, and it's been almost 10 years since that happened.
That's right. So, yeah. But he doesn't kiss her.
Comments are open.
DM open.
I'm about to put my personal email in my bio. Hit my line.
Yeah, please. But it's important to know that he does not kiss her. And then he like deposits her in bed. And then she wakes up in the morning and he's fucking gone.
Yeah, I'm killing you.
what the fuck? He leaves a note being like, I shouldn't have done that. I'm so sorry. Like, that cannot happen again. Here's my phone number, though, if you ever need anything else. Bitch. So she, of course, like 2 days later is like, hey, what's up? Like, and he's like, girl, what? What do you need? And she's like, nothing. I just want to talk. So thus begins a 3-year-long friendship of them just talking to each other every fucking day on the phone, on FaceTime, on text. Like, they're talking to one another.
If I call you on my cellular device and I talk with my voice,
yeah, no,
I'm in love with you.
You know, I have to be.
I'm in love with you, or you're taking too long to answer the phone, and you're my like closest friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
because if there's one thing about me, I'm gonna avoid a phone call at all fucking costs. What the fuck? I'm not doing that. But they were doing it, and you know what? She's a yapper, so she was talking, and he was listening because he loves her. But you know, of course, both of them are like, yeah, we're just friends. We're just friends. We're just friends. I mean, the first time they talk, she's like, so, and he's like, girl. She's like, yeah, I was just kidding. I didn't want to either. But we get a couple like chapters of them just like interacting here and there throughout these 3 years. And then we kind of pull up to 10 months prior to the wedding. Basically,
there's a discourse.
There's a discourse in which he tells her,
there's somebody else.
There's somebody else. I'm going to start dating her. We should not be together. You're too young, and I think that it's not fair of me to like keep you like, you know, shackled to me. Yeah. And when you need to be like, go have your life experiences, like you have so much life to live, and I don't want you to not have that life because of me. And also, you know, I can't keep talking to you if I have a girlfriend. And this bitch is like, if you can't keep talking to me because you have a girlfriend, does that not mean...
What have we been this whole time?
Yeah, what does that not mean that you perhaps love me? And he's like, what? No.
No, I will say, he did not say no.
True, he did not say no, but he was just like, we can't, he just kept reiterating like, we can't be together, you're too young. And she then is like, I love you. And he's like, oh, it'll pass. Ah! Now that, Abby Hazelwood, you took that straight out of Fleabag, but I'll give you the pass because it hit hard. It hit hard. That was boots bad. She straight up is like, fuck you. Hangs up the phone. We don't talk for 10 months. Oh my God. You're not about to, after 3 years of basically edging me, tell me to fuck off. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. What? We've been literally entangled for 3 years. Do not play with me.
Well, also, like,
because she was like,
they're basically in a long distance relationship, like talking on the phone with somebody every day.
No, but the thing is, like, they also both live in Austin, Texas. They don't have to be long distance. They're just too afraid to hang out in person, or he's too afraid to hang out with her in person because he's like, I can't control myself, and he knows it. That comes up later in the book, but like, she was like, why is it that we can only hang out, or we can only talk
in group settings?
Yeah, in group settings, or only talk on the phone? And he's like, it's a good question. Anyways, so that's when we pull up to current day. And remember, these are going like back and forth, interspersed throughout the chapters of current day, but for continuity's sake. We get to a Sicilian villa, okay? They're in Sicily, in Italy. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I'm thinking of like, you know when they pull up to that enormous, gorgeous house in Cheetah Girls 2? Cheetah Girls 2?
Dare I say I've never seen any of the Cheetah Girls movies.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
I was very busy watching Hannah Montana.
Like, my schedule was booked.
No, like, I had a client list. Number 1 was Hannah Montana. Number 2 was Miley Stewart. Number 3 was Miley Cyrus. Like, I was very busy.
Okay, well, you needed to get unbusy because this is literally like the foundation of
I've never seen
life. Yeah, we're gonna be changing that very soon. But for those of you who have seen it, you know that villa that they pull up to in Spain, Luke's villa. That's what it was giving. You know, like it's like everything's in sepia tone. You know what I mean? Like it's just the light is so
fucking
nice.
hate sepia tone.
It's dappling on the floor through the trees. You know, it's just gorgeous. Of course, Connor's family owns this fucking villa because why wouldn't he? This mansion.
Because he's rich. She told us that at the beginning.
Yeah. Don't forget. He is rich. So he owns this villa, and that's why he's letting Eli and
I love the word villa.
I love villa. He's letting Eli and Rue have their wedding here. Now, a couple days before the wedding, like some of their closest like friends and family come to the villa just to like, you know, spend some time together prior to the actual wedding.
It's a free villa.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm coming.
Yeah.
So, in more ways than one.
If it's a free villa, I'm about to be in that poo crazy.
Crazy,
I'm about
dude.
to be swimming in that poo.
Oh
You're gonna have
my
to drag
God.
me out of the poo for the wedding.
No, we're gonna have
to
to
be swimming in there.
I'm watching the wedding from the poo.
Yay!
I love that, guys. You're doing a synchronized swimming routine.
You're showing Connor how you can do a handstand in the pool.
Hey, look at this.
He's like, the wedding is now. We need to go.
We're due at the wedding, actually. So when they get there, like upon arrival, she runs into I think Avery is her name, of his ex.
Connor's girlfriend. Or ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend, yeah.
But that's another thing is like, it's a situationship, it's serving.
Yeah, it was serving situationship, but she was like,
Avery was like, that's my man.
Avery was giving that's my man, and Connor was giving we've been broken up. But it was like, toss up for real. So my girl is confused as fuck. And she's like obviously feeling very threatened and like jealous because she hasn't talked to the man in 10 months. And they get there and he helps her bring her bags to her room and immediately is like, don't be childish. Hello?
I haven't said a damn word.
You are coming at me with a lot of fucking energy right now, and we haven't even said hello.
What's crazy is you're coming at me with ex energy right now.
No.
That's what she should have said.
No, literally. It's giving... We had a nasty breakup, because what is this?
What's this attitude for?
No, like, my jaw hit the floor. Connor, why are you being so fucking sassy? So...
I'm sick of the sassy men.
Ah, God. If there's one thing I wish I could eradicate from this world. God damn. But she also is like very suspicious of a very hot blonde who is around the villa, and she's like, who the fuck is this Irish girl? And then she realizes later that it's Connor's stepmom, who is his same age, because his dad was like a nasty fuck.
Which makes this whole thing even weirder because it's like, he's uncomfortable by that relationship, not on behalf of her name is Tamara, not on behalf of Tamara, not on Tamara's side, but on behalf of Tamara. Mm-hmm. He's like, my dad's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he's like, that nasty fuck was like disgusting.
And I get that it's titled Problematic Summer Romance, but girl, sometimes I can't defend you.
No, and it's like, the thing is, it was like he's also not engaging in this relationship and holding himself back because of the way he feels about his dad's relationship with this girl. But it's like, apple didn't fall from the tree, so it is what it is, isn't it? Like, you have to just face the music. It is what it is. Yeah, I was like, adding that little detail in was a little bit like,
do we need that?
Yeah, we didn't really need that.
I feel like it was just another way to make her feel jealous and stupid.
Yeah.
Was that it was like when she found out it was a stepmother, she was like, oh, I thought they were fucking.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Yeah. But it's like, girl, we really could have just had to be like a random friend that he's just like, or this is my cousin or something. Like, it didn't have to, because putting that in there just kind of like reminds you that like, their relationship, you know, is problematic.
Yeah.
It has its problems. So she basically is just like, you know what, it's ops on every fucking corner. And that honestly could be the name of this book if you wanted to retitle it, because the wedding is fucking cursed. Okay,
Yeah.
like, they get poisoned the first night. Like, almost everyone gets poisoned by some, like, sus-looking alcohol.
Yeah.
The fucking volcano that's, like, on the horizon explodes.
No way. I also Googled it because I was like, no. I Googled it on the work computer.
Period.
Because I was like, how often, I believe it's Mount Etna, how often does Mount Etna explode? Okay, apparently it erupts. How often does it explode? Well, it apparently erupts like at least twice a year.
What?
Sometimes more.
Oh!
One thing about Ellie Hazelwood, she's actually like correct normally when she writes these things. I'm always like, what is she talking about? Then I Google it and I'm like, what?
Let me sit my stupid ass down.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it.
But to be fair, it's always something bizarre like that. Where it's like,
no, I was literally
what
like,
are the fucking odds that a fucking volcano erupts?
no, I literally was like, huh?
What are you talking about?
But yeah, the volcano fucking erupts, so that stops literally all the guests from
Stops the
coming.
wedding, like basically puts it.
No
puts it on
dress,
hold, isn't
no
gonna-
deliveries,
Yeah.
everything's done.
Caterers can't come.
Yeah. It's just a whole fucking mess.
Also, by the way, they somehow got, okay, this was actually the one thing that is, nope. They get like a 108-pound Great Dane over to Italy for this wedding. First of all, no. And vet tech perspective, that's like thousands of dollars of like vet fees to get it. Like, they have to get all of their vaccines re-updated. Even if they're up to date, they gotta do it again. They have to get the dog through customs. they have to ship that big of a dog. The dog cannot go on the plane. It has
Yeah.
to go underneath the plane.
Yeah.
108-pound dog for a 2-week wedding. I'm not buying it. I don't care how much they like that dog.
No, it was like, this is Eli's bestest friend in the world.
It
Girl.
has to go. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The dog could have stayed home for the wedding.
Well, and after the volcano erupts, the dog runs away.
My God.
And Maya's like, I lost the dog. It's my job to go find it. They find the dog in a cave. And what do they do when they get to the cave, her and Connor?
Wait, we're not there yet, girl. Hold on.
We're at the volcano erupting.
No. I was just saying here are the issues that are happening.
Oh.
Let's get there. Because first, there are events happening, you know, each day of this. There's like a bachelorette thing they do where they all take like fucking weed gummies and like green out.
You know what I was hoping for? I was hoping for a drunk fuck.
Me too.
They don't do that enough in romance novels.
I know. A drunk fuck is always so fun. I mean, I guess we kind of got the like drunk fuck at the beginning, like in their flashback, but like he wasn't drunk, she was drunk, and actually she sobered up at that point. So anyway,
no,
there's
somebody needs to write a romance novel similar. Hannah Grace almost had us on the Halloween night when they went to their Halloween party and they were both at the club. They should have gone back to the hotel and fucked after that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hannah Grace, I'm giving you an idea.
Oh my God, that pissed me off so bad. That was literally like the world's biggest edging of all time. My God. Anyway, so they're like doing all these events every single night. And every time they're doing these events, you know, they're both kind of side-eyeing each other. And like she has this like one friend who's like, I can't remember her name. She's like someone's sister's daughter, whatever. And she basically is like, girl, he is like boots in love with you. Like he cannot get his eyes off of you. He's always tracking you. He's always offering to walk you places. And she's like, no, girl, like he just doesn't want anything to do with me.
Well, and for once, I actually don't feel like that's that delusional.
Yeah.
Because every interaction they have, he does reject her. Like, every single one.
True.
So for what? Because I feel like sometimes there's some forced conflict where the main character's like, he's not looking at me.
Yeah.
And then everybody around them is like, yes, he is.
Yeah. And
for once, she has every right to be like, no, he's not. And stop telling me that. I can't hear it.
Yeah. You know what? In this situation, actions do not speak louder than words because his words are dead as like, I don't want to be with you. Stop. Yeah. So what is she supposed to think?
Yeah.
But there's one day where she like goes to town and he's like, I'll go with you. And fuck ass Avery pulls up and she's like, I want to go too. Girl, they're walking around the town and she basically someone who's giving them tickets to something mistakes her for his daughter.
That's what like pissed me off. Is that also like nobody is mistaking a 30, he's 38?
Yeah, 38.
38 and 23. Let's do the math here. How many years apart?
It's 15.
Nobody's mistaking. Everybody knows that there's something gross going on.
Yeah. That's 15
if you're not
years.
friends, it's a gross relationship. No, 15 years is not a noticeable enough difference to be like, that's her dad.
Yeah, no.
Unless he looks old as balls.
And he doesn't seem to look old as balls. Seems to look hot as fuck. Now there's this one scene in particular.
And the reason, sorry.
No, go for it.
But the reason that like it's gross to me that like, because this happens multiple times throughout the book.
Yeah.
If not with her and Connor, her with Eli. And it's like, so she looks young enough to be his daughter. Why would you include that in the book?
No,
because I don't think it's funny.
I don't think it's funny either. Like I highlighted all those parts where like it would be like, oh, like, you know, the waiter thinks that I'm his daughter or whatever. And I was like, adding this into the book is just really like removing us obviously from the romance of it because it's like, ugh, that's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross to think about. Like I would not want to be out with my man and have someone mistake me for his kid. Like that's one, humiliating, and two, gross. So you don't have to add it. This is your book. And it's not a funny joke. So
it's not. Especially when you do it like 6 times.
Right. It's like the first time it's like, okay, maybe that would happen. The 7th time it's like, okay,
we get
now you're just trying to, I don't know what, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one event that I really need to talk about. And this is when they go to do a cooking class. They go to this cooking class, like everyone that's staying at the villa.
Meanwhile, she also makes it really clear she fucks up with the pasta because she's really quirky and different. Go ahead.
Yeah. She keeps mentioning how her pasta sucks.
You suck at pasta.
I mean, okay. To be fair, they're making pasta from scratch.
But how does it taste bad?
Well, I think it's more so a texture thing. Because you have to put the flour and then make a well and then put the eggs in it and then do a whole thing and then you have to put it through a roller. It's like a whole process. So it's like they're probably too thick or too grainy or whatever the fuck. And then I'm sure she fucked up her sauce because she's really quirky like that, you know. So her and her friend like just are fucking around, and for some reason Avery and Connor are like together doing this.
Coupled up.
Yeah, I'm watching too much Love Island. And you know, however, they're like all like having like a fun time, whatever. she goes to the bathroom, or she like, and comes back, and her friend's like, she's like, why does my pasta taste better? And her friend's like, Connor switched your plates when you were at the bathroom.
Well, also, like, if Connor was really hiding it, why would he be doing it in front of people?
Right, like,
you know?
Oh my god. So then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go find him. She stands up and she starts stalking around the place, and she can't find him anywhere. Then she runs into this couple.
No, she runs it. Oh, I thought she just ran into the man. We'll get there.
Well, she runs into the man. And she's like, this foreign bitch. She keeps being like, this German. Girl, he's not German. And I was like, this is crazy that you keep being like this German guy. She puts him in her phone as not hands. Anyway, she's like, hey, King. Nice. And they start talking, and he's like, yeah, I'm here with my girlfriend. He points over to her, and he's like, oh, there's my girlfriend. I love her so much. And then she looks over and sees that Connor is sitting at the bar, and he's staring daggers at them. And she's like, listen, kid. I need you to lock in. Please, I'm begging you. And he's like, sure, why not? You know what? I appreciated that from him. I was like, that's a real one right there. And I appreciated the fact that his girlfriend, he wasn't gonna make his girlfriend out to be crazy and be like, oh, my girlfriend would never let me do that. Like, she's secure in her relationship. Like, my guy's just...
She's gonna think it's funny. She's gonna want an update.
Yeah. He's like, okay, give me your phone. And she's like, period. Like, make it look like I'm giving you my number. He goes, I'm giving you my girlfriend's number because she wants an update from you, I'm sure. I was like... How fun. This is so silly. And Connor's obviously getting, like, pissed off in the corner.
But then I got pissed off.
Then I got pissed off. Why?
Because apparently the couple is fucking Lucas and Scarlett from Deep End. Came out not 2 months ago. Go watch our video on it. It was very funny.
Yeah. The thing is, that pissed me off so badly.
This book really had me. Deep End really lost me.
Yeah.
Deep End really lost me. Like, there was...
Yeah.
Very little redeemable about Deep End, genuinely.
Yeah.
I did not want to hear from them again.
No.
And at first, I saw that the girlfriend's name was Scarlett, and I was like, they need to ban that name from romance books. I even texted you that.
Yeah.
But then she said he was Lucas, and I was like, oh my god, why is she reusing so many names? And I was like, oh!
No, yeah, I was like, you've got to be joking. I was irate, to say the least. Because also, it's like, can you let that shit rest? I left that in the past. I left that in February. Like, I don't want to hear from them.
You know what? A lot of Ali Hazelwood books, I've gone back and reread and enjoyed them because the smut was good.
Yeah.
One thing about Hannah Grace's books, they never get a break. Their spine is cracked.
Yeah.
How much I've read them. Like, I love them so much. I've read those smut scenes.
Yeah.
I could frankly recite them word for word.
I could recreate it for you right now.
Deep End?
You won't catch me reading that again.
Deep End is in jail.
You won't catch me reading that one again. No.
I wouldn't even donate Deep End to Goodwill because I don't want to subject other people to that. It was pissed me off so bad.
Yeah. It was just genuinely like, to see them here, I was like, why? And then what are they doing in Italy? Like,
yeah, it didn't make any sense.
I was like, that was just because she wanted to be like, you know, like, my characters are in the... Girl, we don't need that. We don't need that from you. We're
not
good.
From Deep End.
Not from Deep End. We already have the cameo from the characters from the other book who are getting married. We don't need to have them too.
Well, and it also was random.
No, literally, it was completely random.
At least Eli and the other one, it was like, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
But like,
I had no idea because I hadn't even read that book.
Yeah.
But that was, oh god. Anyway, to fast forward, mind you, later in the book, she does text the number to update Scarlett about what's going on, and then never does it again, never talks about it again. It's just like a loose thread.
Again, words for words.
Yeah.
Pages to make the book longer.
Yeah. They said, well, he's rich, so, I mean, that's why. But...
Lest I fucking forget.
She walks away from Lucas.
I really wish I had a Love Island episode to watch tonight.
No, like, God. Wednesdays are the worst day of the week. But she's then is like, okay, period. She goes to walk past Connor, and he stops her in her tracks, and he's like, the fuck was that? What do you mean, King? And she's like, what?
To have a man be jealous.
Oh my god. No, I was so locked in here because I was like, and he wasn't jealous in like the weird way. He was jealous in like the way where he's like, I just want you so
Well, she
bad.
Also wanted him to be jealous.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It worked. Like, mission accomplished. She got exactly what she wanted. And he was like, delete that number. And she's like, fuck no. And he's like, no, you have to.
And
like, I'm scared for your safety.
Yeah, she chewed him boots because she said, I'm an adult. I can do what I want. I can have sex with my age-appropriate men. And if there's another reason besides my safety, you should tell me that because my safety's not an issue.
Yeah.
He just stares at her.
Yeah.
For once, he does not reject her.
Yeah.
Finally,
for once, he's like, oh my god, and he's clearly like drunk, and
he's losing his mind.
Yeah, he's losing it. I loved this scene. That little excerpt of them talking, I was like, yeah, I'm back in it. It kind of made me forget about the Scarlet and Lucas of it all. But after that, I mean, they start to like interact a lot more, right? And they have a scene where they're at like another wine tasting or something, maybe 2 days before the wedding, and they have a moment where like he comes up to her and they're like, he's basically like, yeah, girl, like I've been wanted you, like I want you obviously, but it's just like we cannot do this, it's not gonna work. And she's like, bro, I'm so sick and tired of this shit. But they're hugging and like slow dancing. Who comes around the corner? Avery's ass. And she's like,
I hated this because Avery walks up and she walks away betrayed. Connor doesn't follow her, she doesn't follow her, and then later, it comes up later and she's like, I guess I was an idiot for not realizing Connor was in love with you. So why even like it was not even a conflict, so why even make her walk up?
No, literally, like what was the point? No, because literally nothing came of it after that. We just moved the fuck on.
Yeah.
He comes up to her at the pool and she sees her texting Scarlett on the phone. And he's like,
whose name is Hans in her phone, by the way.
Yeah. And he's like, who's that? And she's like, none of your business. And they get to talking, and she's like, will you not just admit that you like me? Like, what is the big fucking situation? Like, you're putting yourself through pain for what? And he's like, bitch, go to your room. And I was like, well, at first she's like, you can't tell me what to do. And I got pissed off at first, because I was like,
no, as soon as he said it, I was like,
no, because I think the way it was on my page,
I got it.
I didn't.
I'm just saying I got it.
Well, I didn't, because I highlighted it and I was like, this is not funny. This is infantilizing. And then when I turned the page and I saw that he was like, no, go to your room, I was like, oh, I should have just waited for you to cook. I should have waited for you to cook, girl. My bad. I was like, ah. So she leaves her phone behind.
Like, I need to bite something. I need a towel.
No, like, she leaves her phone on the outside of the pool. That's how much she's like, I'm ready to get it. Whoa. So she goes up, he follows her in, he comes in, they have like their whole like, you know, romantic conversation or whatever, and then he fingers her. Still they don't kiss, and still he does not let her touch him at all.
I think touching her is worse.
Yeah, like, what? Your whole issue is the fact that she's young, like, but I guess also, like, you know what, it's all bad if you're upset about the age difference. However, the next day, this is when they go to the cave, and, because she loses the dog, the big ass dog gets scared by the volcanic eruption. And
how do you lose a 110-pound dog?
He got scared by the volcanic eruption. So he runs out onto this
runs to a cave?
A cave on a little island that's like, has a sandbar connecting it. It's only open when like the tide is low.
Or whatever.
Yeah, so they have to swim there.
They're both like, you look sexy in your underwear.
Yeah.
Can we go get the dog?
No, like
you're kind of stressing me out that you're not worried about this dog that much.
No, get the dog. I would be so fucking freaking out if I took like my cat on this trip and then I lost the cat in Italy. Like, I wouldn't even know where to go, where to look, what to do. Like, oh my god. Granted, this is a big ass dog, so I guess it's like...
This whole scene was just so bizarre because the dog runs away and then they go to a cave, they find the dog, and then there's a sex scene in the cave. It was sexy.
As fuck.
As fuck. I was like, the whole trip out here was to get the dog, and now you're like, I guess it can wait until we're done.
Right, because I was also thinking like, they're doing, like, he's eating her out, and like, the dog is on the sideline, like...
The dog's like...
And he like meets another dog friend in the cave. And now both of them are sitting there like...
The dog friend is like, I just found a home and now I have to watch this.
No, he's like, okay, I guess we'll turn
The dog's
around.
like, I just wanted some fucking spray cheese.
Girl, like, I really just wanted a piece of steak. Like, you guys gotta pack this up. Do this at home. Why are we still... And it's raining boots out here. Like, I want to go home. The dog is like, I'm gonna try to do a good deed and like get this foster dog out of this like awful situation, and now y'all are fucking. This is insane.
And how do they know the dog was gonna stay?
Right, like y'all were really banking on the fact that he was like, I want to go home now. Like, cause what the fuck? Honestly, if I was him, I would have ran too.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all, I'm making this hard for you because you came all the way out here and made me sit here and wait for y'all to finish. Are you crazy?
No. But it was hot though.
Oh, it was hot.
It was just the logistic of the situation. Why couldn't they have just been like, I heard about this cave? I
we
would
should
like
go
to go
explore
adventure
it.
to the cave.
Yeah. No, because really the logistics, it was like she was laying on like a rock and he was like half submerged in the water. I was like, oh, this is insane. Like, but the scene was good. So good. So then we get to like maybe the night before the ceremony, and she goes up to his room, and she's like, I'm wearing my cutest PJ set, like we're about to have a moment, whatever. She goes in there, and they like are having a big like romantic declaration kind of to each other. They don't go to the point of like, he doesn't go to the point of like fully admitting his feelings, but he's like, girl, I've always wanted you. The whole time that we weren't talking, every fucking day, I was like in agony.
I wanted to come see you.
Yeah, like I only dated that girl Avery for like 2 days. Like
I was trying to lock in and I got locked out.
Yeah. Like my life was miserable without you. So they start fucking. This
whole scene was bizarre to me. I don't really remember the smut scene liking it that much, did you?
It was fine. The logistics here were confusing to me, mostly because out of nowhere she gets really mad. And
yeah, because she says to him, so you're not gonna let yourself come, and then she gets so mad that she leaves. I didn't understand.
It happened like that, like so fast. 1 second she's like, this shit's fire, and the next she's pissed off.
And doesn't let him explain, doesn't let him like really answer the question. She just gets up and leaves.
She gets up and fucking vacates the premises, and she goes back to her room and cries herself to sleep. What's happening? I was just like, it gave me whiplash. And the scene itself was like, okay.
This was a little bit of forced conflict here.
Yeah, for sure. The scene was okay. It wasn't like anything like, you know, the eating out in the cave.
That was crazy.
That was madness. But this was, I don't know. Yeah. But then the next morning, she gets woken up super fucking early by Eli, and she goes downstairs. Eli and Rue, his fiance, her and Connor are all up there, and they're like, what are we doing? He says, get in the car, we're going to a fucking park. And they're like, okay. They take them there because they're like, this fucking trip for our wedding has been a shit fucking show, and we just want to get married. So we're doing it right now. We had you guys come because we really wanted you guys to be here, but we're having our ceremony right fucking now. Super cute for them. I was like, this is adorable. They were like, we just want to get married. They were not, no dress, no
I was kind of worried
fancy.
after this cursed wedding. I was like, I think they're about to call off the wedding, and I'll be annoyed if like that's the B plot is they call off their wedding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
what the fuck?
I don't have time for this B plot.
No, I don't have time for this B plot. Like, I want to stay in Sicily.
Yeah,
Keep me in Sicily.
Yeah, the B plot was actually fun in this book.
No, right.
Yeah.
So,
because pasta making, wine tasting.
No, that's my
swimming.
Ooh, swimming. That was my.
I was like, I'm with y'all.
No, like
I might as well have been in the pool with them.
No, like quite literally, this is like my dream vacation. You know what I mean? I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. So they get married. They come back to the house. They tell everyone like, "Hey, we got married," but she decides to stay behind at the park or whatever because she was like, I had a really hard night, and he's like, "I'll stay with you," and she's like,
what's funny is that she's like, go away.
No. She's at her wit's end now. After 3 years, she's like, you know what? This is my final straw. You not coming?
You have said no 75 times, and that is my line.
That is my limit. So she's like, no, thank you. And then he grabs her in a very romantic kiss. Mind you, I need to go back to the fact that he has not kissed her till now. It has been 3.5 years, and they have yet to kiss.
They've had sex and they haven't kissed yet.
Yeah. They have not kissed. Granted, I want to say, like, there's something really more romantically intimate about kissing to me.
Sometimes.
Not
always, because sometimes sometimes you kiss a stranger at a bar, like, I need to desperately.
Yeah.
And it means nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But I think in this setting, it was like, he was like, I cannot kiss you because it's like, it's gonna mean a lot. And like, yes, having sex means a lot too, but it's just different. It's different. So, yeah, then he like basically says, I love you. Finally, he says, I love you. He's like, it was never gonna pass for me. And she's like, she's like, I was waiting for you to say that, twin. So then they all have like an amazing day in Sicily. They're like walking around, going to shops, they're going to restaurants. No, like when I'm really at my worst, I'll be having like a fucking drink in the shower. Let me tell you what.
My coworker, I might have told you this story already, but my coworker,
Yeah.
my coworker has been trying to get me to try this hack Every time I see her, she's like, have you tried this yet? She says that if you have a shot of tequila and then get in the boiling hot water of the shower, she swears like you'll come out of that shower drunk as fuck. She swears. And I'm like, it's
she
crazy.
Every time she goes out or something?
I don't know. Because she doesn't really go out. So I don't know how she knows this. But every time I see her, she asks me if I do it. And I'm like, I've told you a million times I don't drink tequila. So she's like, you need to try it. And I'm like, I guess I need to try it. I guess I need to try it. I don't know. I guess I've thought about trying it with a White Claw, drinking like an entire one. But I feel like it's just that like,
girl, it's gonna give you a fucking head rush.
Really,
yeah, you're gonna get a fucking head rush and then you're gonna get really overheated and pass out.
I have one wine stopper and it's Ratatouille themed.
Yeah, I need to get some wine stoppers. Put some links in the comments of a good wine stopper I can get. We need the engagement.
Ratatouille.
So they're walking around Sicily having a good time, and like finally he's being so like, she's really happy because
he's been kind of doing her dirty this whole time, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's been very cold.
Honestly, if anything, this is worse than just dating her because he's still fucking around with her. He's still doing all the things that you do. Not all the things, but he's still doing a lot of stuff that you do when you're dating, except he's being hurtful to her.
Oh, no, like, this is the worst situationship you've ever had. A 3-year-long situationship.
Like, at that point, you might as well just date her. Like, because you're being, I would say, worse right now.
There was one part where she was talking to him and she chewed him up so bad. I was like, you go off, and I'll find that passage later when we're done, because there are a couple things I want to talk about afterwards. But here he's like finally being like, okay, like he's like, we kissed, we're in love, like I'm finally just feeling like we're gonna make this work, like I love you, it's worth it. So he's being so cuddly with her and like holding her and like they're doing all these fun things together, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. And they go to a restaurant and they're like, the waiter thinks that we're father and daughter. Why bring that up again? Why?
It wasn't funny the first time.
No, like,
and then also when they take the new dog to the vet is like, oh, you and your daughter hurt. So that's at least 3 times. The joke's not funny the first time. It's really not funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny. I was like, at this point
Who's
now,
laughing at that?
No, really. At this point now, like, they've finally gotten together, and I'm like, yes. Why bring this up?
Now I'm like, And then they tell Eli about it, and Eli's like, I don't want to know that they're fucking. And even that, I was like, oh god, I forgot about. On top of that,
yeah,
it's also his brother's best friend.
I know.
And on top of that, it almost made me. I almost forgot, but like, 30. To put it in perspective, 36 and 20 is when they started talking. That is madness. That is absurd. There is no worse person on the planet than a 17 to 22-year-old.
Yeah.
There's no worse person on the earth.
Yeah.
People are menaces at that age.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're just awful.
Yeah.
Like, because they're adults in, like, toddler brains.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So,
no,
it is
for sure.
so...
Trying to perceive of me at 20 talking to a 35-year-old is actually insane.
That's so gross.
You cannot convince me she was that mature.
And don't get me wrong, listen, I loved the book, but the issue is that like at the end of the day, like when I closed it, I was like, as much as I enjoyed it, I'm only 25, and if one of y'all came home with a 20-year-old, I'd be like, that's weird.
That's gross. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Especially because 20-year-olds are just so annoying.
Oh my god, that's the thing too. It's like being a 35-year-old, I can't imagine like
wanting to spend time
with a 20-year-old person. But I guess she's an astrophysicist, so she's different.
Yeah, she does have, to be fair, she did go to college young, and she does have a master's degree, so she's certainly more mature than the average 23-year-old. Sure, I'll give you that. But get this, she looks 23 still. Yeah. There's no way she doesn't. Yeah. And at the end of the day, even if she was 25, I would still be like, it's a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean...
And also, she doesn't really have much life experience outside of school. Yeah. No matter how mature you try to make her, she's never had a real job.
Yeah. Yeah. All of her, she's financially independent, but because she gets money through Eli, through the company he has with Connor. Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh my god, there was one point where she made a joke where she had her birth control on her table, and this is like in the flashback, and she's like, actually, if you think about it, you're paying for my birth control.
Isn't that crazy?
That's madness.
She's funny though, because you want to take advantage of it?
No, there were
like, what?
There were parts when she was like trying to like goad him a little bit where I was like, you're funny, girl. Like, yeah. So at this point now, I mean, this is pretty much where the book wraps up. They go back to the villa and they fuck Boots. They fuck boots. I was reading this on the street yesterday while I was waiting for my Uber to pick me up, and I was like,
I know, I did catch myself heavily sighing at the desk at work, and I was like, okay, girl.
No, I was like,
let's control the reaction right now instead of hitting a. Everybody knows what you're reading when you do that. Yeah. Stop it.
I was so, like, when I tell you I was standing on the side of the street, like, I was in there. How did you feel about that scene? I liked it. That was good.
I liked the smut in this book, generally speaking, except for the one scene.
Yeah. And then it kind of takes us a little bit past the wedding. He has to go on a trip, and she goes back to Austin, and they're kind of like doing a long distance thing. When they get back, he has her go to her apartment, or to his apartment. He's like, you can take the key, get in there.
His house girl.
True. He's rich. Lest I forget. And they also, like, the whole time they're like, she's like, what are your intentions? Like, what do you want with me? And he's like, girl, I would propose to you right now, but I don't want to freak you out.
Again, like,
which at first I was like, okay. He's like, I don't want to do that to you because you're still very young and you have a life ahead of you.
Again, but it's even more manipulative to act like you're hesitant to do it. If you're gonna do it, just do it.
Yeah. It's like, and does. Because then after he gets back, they fuck again. And then and then they go have dinner with Eli and Manami and Rue and all of them, and they're like, so yeah, we're dating now. And they tell them the whole story about how they got together and all that crap. And then they come home, they fuck again. Oh, they cut that one out. That was a closed door.
I'd be fucking him too.
Oh, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And he basically, like, gets up to get her a sweater, comes back with a ring. Girl. He's like, I saw this ring in Canada and I could not buy it. I don't know.
I couldn't have.
No, like,
wouldn't it be crazy?
No, literally. So what was the point of, like, 17 days ago being like, I just don't want to put you in that position. You're still very young. You have your life ahead of you. I don't want to make you, rush into things that you... Babe, you're going to do it anyway. And you did do it. And she does put that ring on her finger. And I can't say I wouldn't do the same. But still.
No, I can't either. But the thing is that, like...
From the outside looking in.
As much as I enjoyed the book, and I did, and I enjoyed their romance, I also enjoyed there was no epilogue. Thank God.
Oh, yeah. Finally. Goddamn.
Yeah. As much as I enjoyed the book, it's called problematic summer romance, so, whatever. But
at least we're self-aware in some way.
What grossed me out was that, like, when they did start dating, whether you want to call it that or not, it was 20 and 35. Yeah. And, like, I also feel like she tried to make it seem like, oh, they were friends first, and he didn't make any moves on her, except that he did. And, like, 20 is damn close to 18. That's just gross to me.
Yeah. It's very, very young. Like, I would feel... And again... I will stand on my business. I do like an age gap. I do like an age gap. Personally, I like an older man. But I like an older man when I'm at a point where, like, it feels...
like 27 and 40.
Yes, it feels like, okay, there's in no way, like, a power imbalance in the fact where, like, I'm so close to, like, not being an adult. You know what I mean?
And considering he's funded, like, a good chunk of her life.
Yeah, paid for her.
There is a power imbalance, though.
Yeah,
even if
100%.
she is mature enough to know what she wants.
Yeah, exactly. You can't deny what's happened in the past, and you can't deny that you're 2 years away from 18. Mm-hmm. Like, it'd be one thing if you were like, okay, we're 27 and 40, but we're not, Either way, a couple things that I really enjoyed about this book, or did not enjoy. One... Well, first of all, she shoved as many fucking tropes as she could into one book. And I was like, you know what, girl? Do your worst. Do your worst. Love it. She put so many things in there. The thing I hated the most about this book was the fucking nickname he gave her. He kept calling her Trouble.
With a capital T.
I mean, it's always annoying when the character in your book is just, like, repeating the same fucking thing over again, especially a nickname. Like that fucking hockey romance we read a couple months ago. Go watch that. But this was just like, oh my god, shut up. That shit was pissing me off to no end.
Well, also, again, pretty infantilizing.
Like he's like, you're trouble. You're so crazy. You're so energetic and young.
Yeah.
Love that. And then, but however, I did enjoy, one, that we didn't get a dual perspective. We've been reading so many dual perspective books, and it was nice to just, like, get her side of things, and we don't have to be in his head at all.
I know he's got nothing good to say.
I don't want to hear from him. I want to hear from her. I can't relate to him. I can relate to her.
The only time I like a dual perspective is when I get the male's perspective.
Of a sex scene?
The man's perspective of sex scene.
Yeah, I agree. But other than that, it's like I don't need to do that. So I was happy. I was like, and it was refreshing given we've read so many dual perspective recently. Anything that you felt strongly about?
It just grossed me out the fact that their relationship started when she was 20, but you know, I've said that before. There was also some comments from Eli towards the end of the book where he was like, remember when you were 16 and he came built your shelves for you? So that does almost imply.
I thought that she was in school when he did that.
Oh, okay,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean,
either way,
it's still when she was 21.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not great. No, it's not great. However,
that said, I certainly enjoyed the book, and it is called Problematic Summer Romance.
Yeah.
Like, I read the back cover. I knew what it was when I read it.
Yeah.
The target audience for this is college kids, which is a problem, I think, because all of her books are college romances. Whether this one wants to be a college romance or not, it is.
The main character's college age.
Yeah. Whether she's getting her master's or not.
Yeah.
She's 23. She's
23.
20 and 23.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that a 20-year-old should be reading this, you know, and thinking that.
I should go date a 35-year-old.
Yeah. But on the other hand, you know, I knew what I was getting into when I picked it up, and I'm 25, so I can make my own decisions.
Period. And the thing is, again, I will stand on my business. I love an age gap for me. And I'm 25. I can do what I want. I have my head screwed on somewhat correctly. So, your rating of this book, I gave it a solid 3.5.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, 3.5.
Her books are never like that crazy good, but I certainly enjoyed it.
No, I'm never gonna hit it with a 5. That's not gonna happen. But I certainly enjoyed it. Like, it was fun to read, and like I was zooming through that.
Yeah. Also, like, she hit the nail on the head with the summer romance. Next time we are reading A Summer of Broken Rules.
Yes, that's what it's called. So if you want to read that with us, go ahead and download that. Lock in. I've heard good things.
It's free on Amazon.
Yeah, I've heard good things from TikTok, albeit, so like, you know.
Can never trust them.
You can never trust, but we're going to be reading that, so lock into that if you want to join us next time. Actually, you're bound by law too, so you need to go read that.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Bye.